Hi. So last week we talked about how to raise your frequency by paying attention to how you feel. Now, if you have not watched that video, you're going to want to do that now because pretty much everything that's in this video is building off of that video. So I'm going to put a link up above. Go there, watch that, come right back because there are so many important things in this video, you're not going to want to miss it. So today we're going to talk about how to reframe your specific thoughts, stories, and beliefs that you have that are limiting you and keeping you stuck in the past and in a low frequency state. Now, just like raising your frequency by noticing how you feel, we're going to use this same tool to notice our thinking and beliefs that we have about ourselves and our life. But before we can change these thoughts, stories, and beliefs, we have to notice them. And how do we do that? How do we notice them? Well, generally, each thought that we have triggers a feeling. Okay? And by noticing that feeling, we can stop and observe our associated thoughts, stories, and beliefs about it. Okay? And remember, if you feel bad, you're not in alignment with your soul and your soul's purpose. So you're going to want to use your internal guidance system to guide you. Okay? So, but how do we change our thoughts, stories, and beliefs once we notice them? How do we do that? Well, let's talk through a specific example and then I can help you to understand better. All right, so for me, I had a boss a while ago, and well, he didn't treat me as well as he should have. He definitely marginalized me and didn't give me equal opportunities as everybody else. And that really made me feel bad. And every time that I think about that story, it continues to bring me into that low vibrational space. Now, what do I do? How do I change that? Well, what you want to do is change your vantage point from which you're viewing the story. So instead of seeing the story from where I was seeing in kind of more of a victim standpoint where he was doing things to me and I was feeling hurt and angry about it, right? So I'm changing my vantage point to maybe a different perspective. So I'm not, now get this, I'm not changing the truth. I'm changing my perspective of how I view the truth, okay? So I'm going to change my vantage point. So instead of seeing it from that lower frequency perspective, I want to change it to a higher frequency perspective. And the way that you do that is by modifying the story a little bit at a time and using your internal guidance system along the way to let you know whether or not what you're telling yourself is in a low frequency state that's not in alignment with you or a higher frequency state that is in alignment with you. So you're going to want to use that guidance system to help let you know, okay? So you're going to keep on modifying the story a little bit till you get it to that point. So what I would do in my story is I would modify it like this. So let's say I could tell myself, well, maybe he was treating me that way because on those days he was having a bad day and was just taking it out on me. Now, not to say that that's a good thing, but that does make me feel a little bit better, okay? That it wasn't just on me, right? So, but I could do better. I can keep modifying my version of this until I get to a story that is in a higher frequency story that is in alignment with me. So I want to keep on modifying it till I feel at the very least almost like a sigh of relief, like, oh, that feels much better, that feels right, and that's resonating with me. So you want to look for that feeling. So keep on adjusting the story until you feel that feeling. Okay? And the really cool thing about this is that eventually those high frequency versions of the story will replace the low frequency versions of the story. And then your frequency as a whole will begin to rise up into a higher frequency state. And then at that point, you will get back into alignment with the universe, and you will begin to co-create then again your purpose and your soul's purpose. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you understand. And if you have any questions, please put them down below. I'm happy to answer them. And I would also love it if you would like and subscribe. That way you can stay tuned to my upcoming videos. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely day, and thank you so much for watching.